On this episode of Val Talks Pets, I'm going to be looking into an amazing premium pet food company called PetCurean. PetCurean is a Canadian pet nutrition company known for crafting premium, nutritionally focused dog and cat food designed to support long, healthy lives. The best part is, to help me with this exploration is two leaders from PetCurean, Ashley Norton, Territory Sales Manager, and Teresa Lantz, Nutrition Manager. Together, they bring a blend of frontline experience and scientific expertise. Ashley and Teresa, let's go. Hi, everyone, and welcome to Val Talks Pets, the forum for pet parents and enthusiasts alike. Having been in the pet industry for more than 15 years now, I am going to share with you issues and questions that arise as I work with pet parents on a day-to-day basis. I am not a veterinarian, but I do have certifications in canine, feline, small animal, fish and herptile, and avian health and nutrition from the University of California, Davis Extension. Hi, Teresa. Hi, Ashley. Welcome to Val Talks Pets.
Hello.
Hi.
Thank you.
Well, I'm very excited to have two illustrious members of PetCurean Premium Pet Foods with me today. We have a lot to talk about, so I thought we would start with how the company came to be, and let's talk about who the founders are and how they got this name, etc. So who wants to take on that one?
I'll take on that one. So back in 1999 in Fraser Valley, British Columbia, PetCurean Pet Nutrition was founded on the belief that pets are family and that they deserve to be fed that way. PetCurean makes premium pet food for dogs and cats, or cats and dogs, whatever way you want to look at it. Over the years, we have grown, but we've never lost sight of the responsibility, and it shapes how we do care for our customers, how we support our team, how we give back to our community, and how we are respecting the planet. Our name does tell a story too. So we are PetCurean, which is the word pet, combined with Epicurean, which we all know means a devotion to good food. So it really reflects our commitment of thoughtfully crafted, science-backed recipes with exceptional quality and delicious flavor.
Wow, I did not know that was the reason behind PetCurean, but now it makes total sense. That's really interesting, actually. So you were saying that originally they're manufacturing in BC?
So we actually manufacture all of our dry food recipes in Elmira, Ontario.
Mm-hmm.
So that really is carrying the original belief in every bag that we make. So we are rooted right here in Ontario for all of our manufacturing facility.
Okay. And are you manufacturing at all out west?
Out west is strictly home to our head office, which is located now in Chilliwack, British Columbia. So how we started in Fraser, we just moved a couple towns over into Chilliwack. So that's where our entire head office lives. And then, like I said, all of our dry kibble recipes are manufactured in Elmira.
Nice. Now you don't have just dry food. You also have wet formulas as well, coming in Tetra Paks mostly.
Yep.
What was the decision behind that for them to go with Tetra Paks instead of cans? What was that?
Tetra Paks are really a big sustainability piece for us. They really are just more sustainable for the planet at the end of the day. Less gas is used, less pollution in terms of when it comes to Tetra Paks. So that was really kind of our belief in moving over to the Tetra Paks.
Okay. So is PetCurean available?
I'll also add something.
Yeah, go ahead, Teresa.
Can I add something? Yeah. So Tetra Paks too, it's a super novel kind of way to feed a pet as well. So Tetra Pak offered us a lot of unique textures and like a really unique feeding experience as well when we moved over to utilizing them. And so in 2019, we had kind of moved away from cans and went all towards Tetra, expanded that wet food portfolio now into pouches as well. So we're really growing the wet food portfolio, but the original decision to move to Tetra Paks was, just kind of like a novel and really, really premium quality product that we were able to bring to the market. So that's kind of something that we work to do in all of our products is as novel as we can be, as unique, as premium, really, and kind of ensuring that pet parents also have that experience too when they're feeding their pets. So I know my husband, when he was feeding our cat the other day, and I was like, oh, which Tetra did you pick? And he was like, oh, the one that looks like human food. and it was like our minced chicken recipe or something. And so I just thought that was really fun that, he's like, yeah, it's like, the ones with like peas and stuff. Like it just looks like human food. Like, yeah,
Yeah,
okay, I know.
exactly. So are the Tetra Pak formulas, are they manufactured in Canada as well?
They're not. So we partner with a manufacturer in, oh my gosh, Wisconsin for that one. So when we look at a manufacturing partner, we have what's called like our PetCurean difference. So part of that PetCurean difference is we employ like a full-time quality management specialist who's an auditor. So she's able to kind of go into all of these potential partners and do like a full range audit of, okay, what's your HACCP plan? What are your good manufacturing processes? How do you run this kind of facility? So we work under a co-manufacturing model with all of our partners. So that kind of allows us as PetCurean to focus on what we do best, which is premium quality formulations, making these recipes and developing products that are of really premium quality, and then partnering with those kind of like best in business facilities that have, the best food safety and the best food quality, and are able to partner with us to make sure that they're meeting our standards as well. So we really kind of put manufacturing partners and ingredient partners through the ringer when it comes to partnering with PetCurean, because not only do they have to meet Elmira standards, we then have different questionnaires and things that we have to have answered as well. So we kind of like to call it like a second layer of security too. So not only do we know that they're meeting all of these wonderful qualities that our suppliers or our co-manufacturing partners are requiring, but they're also meeting PetCurean standards as well. So we view it as kind of like an extra special difference that we have too. And with our partners too, Elmira specifically, which we have a super long-standing relationship with and like a very, very, very close relationship with, we do capital investments as well. So we actually own one of the extruders in their facility. So we, invested in the facility, which gives us kind of the first rights. We don't have exclusivity on the extruder, but we do have first rights to it. So it makes sure that we always have availability to be able to produce kind of when we need to. So we ask a lot of our partners, but I think that we give a lot in return too.
Absolutely. No, that's amazing. That's fantastic. So who actually created the company?
Essentially, it started by two best friends in Fraser Valley that wanted to feed their pets the absolute best nutrition, and it just wasn't available at the time. So they created chicken skin and coat and sold it out of the back of their truck. And then that's essentially how PetCurean started as a company.
Wow, that's really interesting. Isn't it funny how these companies start in such a small little grassroots thing sometimes and it just grows, right? I mean, I guess it comes down to if you've got a good product.
Good product, good vision, good people. It's all, and a good heart. Like I think anybody who works at PetCurean or I think comes into contact with us knows that like everybody who is part of PetCurean really has like the PetCurean heart. Like everybody truly, truly wants what is best for pets. And it's just like such a wonderful place to be at work because I know the decision that I make and can positively impact pets. So it's so cool to get to come to work every day and know that I'm kind of like a small part of people's everyday rituals with their pets. Like they open a bag of Go or Now or Summit or Gather, and I know that I've had a hand in that, and I know that the pets are kind of getting everything that they need to have long, happy, healthy lives.
Well, you just mentioned actually Go and Now and Gather and Summit is also one of the ones. So these are different formulas that PetCurean has. So why don't we sort of take a look at the big top ones there with Go and Now, and sort of maybe explain what's the difference between the two, because they are very different.
Yeah.
I think. So why don't we go through what Go is all about and what Now is all about?
So Go Solutions and Now Fresh are kind of our two flagship brands. So sometimes when you tell somebody, oh, I work for PetCurean, they're like, well, I'm not totally sure who that is. If you're like, oh, Go Solutions, they're like, oh yeah, no, I know that brand for sure. So they offer just unique portfolios and they give pet parents a variety of choice. So of course we have like the unified shared quality of ingredients. The same nutrition team formulates all of those recipes. So the same nutrition expertise, complete and balanced, that sort of thing. Go Solutions kind of right there in the name. So that portfolio is solutions-oriented recipes. So they're kind of intended to help address or to help pet parents find something that they're directly looking for. So under those solutions, you'll see those common things that pet parents are looking for. So skin and coat health, you'll see digestion and gut health, weight management, things that are directly impacting pets' daily lives that pet owners are looking for a little support in. So the tagline of that is kind of to get them back to feeling good. So the overarching goal of those solutions is to be those functional recipes, which is really growing in the pet industry as well now, right? So everything is coming out as functional, but I like to think that we're kind of some of the pioneers of the solutions there. So we were really some of the first people to start formulating solutions-based recipes with those functional ingredients. We also are very, very science-focused. So all of our functional recipes are going to have a unique value piece in there. So they're going to be different ingredients or a different formulation technique or a different something that is going to speak directly to what that solution is. So in coat, for example, we utilize a really unique blend of chelated minerals, which have some quite a bit of work behind them to directly show that they are going to impact and benefit pets when it comes to shedding or skin health, coat health, keratinized tissue, like that special tissue on their noses and their paw pads to help support that. So they're going to be real benefits, real functional kind of pieces from those recipes. Now Fresh is a little bit different. It's also super special. So we can, like with the tagline of Now Fresh is fresher than the rest because it doesn't utilize any dried, any powdered meats, any meat meals. So it's only created with fresh fish, fresh poultry, or fresh red meat. So it's kind of processed as little as possible when it comes to kibble. So that's going to help retain nutrients, help retain a lot of flavor. It's also going to be lower in mineral content just by the nature of not including meat meals, which are a very rich source of minerals. It also contains quite a bit of egg in there as well. So really like the perfect protein, has all the amino acids that a pet needs. So coupled with that fact, it's also kind of our life stage brand. So in those recipes, you'll see small breed, large breed, and all breed. And then we have different features included in those. So like our small breed recipes has a really unique clover, teeny tiny shape. It has sodium tripolyphosphate, which helps to control tartar in the mouth. Small dogs, often we know they have some teeth issues. They have lots of teeth, little mouth. It also has parsley and peppermint included in there to help with that fresh breath. So it's a super easy kind of like, okay, I've got a large breed dog. This is what I'm looking for. Something kind of cool that we just came out with in Now Fresh are our good gravy recipes, which are coated in a bone broth gravy. So they come dry, but you just creates this like really beautiful, rich bone broth gravy essentially. So you can feed dry or wet. And that's just going to support hydration and also palatability. So that's like our life stage brand made with only fresh meats, no meat meals. And so, yeah, those are kind of the key differences between those two portfolios.
Awesome. So Ashley, when you're out and about in the world doing your going around as a representative, how do you find with the reactions that you get with all of the interesting formulas that Go has created and the options with Now? What kind of response do you find when you're out and about talking to pet parents and vendors, etc.?
Yeah, everybody loves Go and Now Fresh. We really are a well-loved Canadian brand. Again, how Teresa talked about, I'll reiterate on, a lot of pet parents that walk through the door, they haven't, no dog or cat are the same. We would love them to be perfect. We would love them to not have any issues, but like the reality is that's not the reality. So by Go having all those awesome solutions, it's really easy for me to be able to, suggest and help the pet parent with whatever issue they're trying to solve. And then again, Now Fresh is a really exciting one. Again, there's no meat meals in it. So it's a really unique formulation. It is really easy with your puppy, adult, senior, your kitten, adult, senior, really honing in on those life stages. Certain people that aren't necessarily looking for a solution and they are looking for more life stage focus. Again, that small breed has those teeth benefits, those milk content. So large breed, really cool with a really large kibble. So they really both have really great offerings. And it's just nice to be able to have a a big amount of like a big format. Is that the word I'm looking for? A big offering.
There is no single recipe that is perfect for every single pet, right? So in our portfolio, that's like, oh, this might work, or there's something under the PetCurean sun. So you can trust, the PetCurean name and the expertise that we share and know that we're going to find something that works for you. And you know what? If somehow we don't have something that works for you, we are absolutely going to tell you that as well. We're not going to say that we have something that will work if it doesn't. Prescription recipes, for an example, we make food for healthy pets. So if a pet has, a certain disease or condition, we'll never try and sell you something that won't work.
Yeah, and you know what? And that's all about integrity and efficacy with a company, right? And pretending that you can do something that you can't is, that you don't want. And obviously this company does not do that, because we're talking about integrity here as well, right? I think that's a huge thing behind companies. We need to know that they're transparent. We need to know that there's an integrity and an efficacy behind it. And that's a really important part that I think pet parents
Totally
want
agree.
to know.
Yeah.
Don't you find that now pet parents are actually asking for more? They want more information from their companies.
Yeah, they're more educated than ever. At the end of the day, they've already done all the research online before they even walk into a store to buy their pet's food. The education, you have to be open and honest with what you're offering, because I promise you that customer has already figured it all out.
Yeah, exactly. And if they haven't, they're usually open to hearing about it, right? And listening and learning and being educated, right?
Mm-hmm, definitely.
In terms of these formulas that are coming through in Go in particular, you mentioned weight management and definitely joint health, and there's the digestive gut health, hairball for cats. I believe you have a new one on the horizon coming in with dental. Is that true?
We do. Yeah. It was just launched, I think last week. We launched it on our social media. So it should be available shortly. But yeah, we have a new dental and immune health recipe coming out. So we're really excited about that one. It's for dogs and cats. We were able to do a study on it, and we have lots of great data behind that. So one thing PetCurean that we really like to do is consumer education as well. So I've got written and things that we're going to share as well for consumers to kind of learn about our recipe. But essentially what it is connecting those states that I think are often it's often forgotten how connected those are. So dental and immune health, or oral health and immune health, are so linked. So we're really first to market. We're first of our kind when it comes to offering a dual solution with these two features. So the kibble is going to be larger than a regular kibble, just like most dental recipes are. So what we do there is target a very specific density, penetrate into the kibble without breaking it immediately. So you get multiple crunches per kibble, which is going to mean that it's like a toothbrush action essentially. And so what we found in our dental study was that we were actually able to limit the buildup of plaque by, I think it was about 50%, and I could get you those numbers specifically. So the way that the trial is designed is not that it's going to remove or fix teeth that are kind of already bad, but essentially you start from zero and then compare it to just a normal maintenance recipe. So we're always going to have plaque buildup. That's why even us as humans, once, twice a year to get our teeth cleaned, even though we're flossing and brushing every day. Maybe I don't floss every day if you don't tell my dentist. So we know that we're going to have plaque buildup regardless. So what this recipe is going to do is help to limit that buildup. It also addresses gingivitis, and it also addresses breath. So we were able to find that our recipe reduced bad breath by a statistically significant amount as well. So less doggy breath, less kitty breath. It's going to be fantastic. One, though, when it comes to dental recipes for cats is the size. So we actually did a trial to ensure that the size and the taste was going to be appropriate for cats. Every single cat on the trial ate it, and they all actually ate more the second day because they liked it so much. And I can tell you anecdotally that my cat is completely obsessed with it. Like, she loves the dental recipe.
Really?
So yeah, we're super excited about that. We're also having, of course, with the immune side of things. So we've got a postbiotic included in the recipe. So what a postbiotic is basically we take prebiotics and probiotics, and it's the good stuff that the probiotics create. It's something that can work directly on the immune system to help improve the immune system. There's a whole bunch of tissue within the body that lives within the gut specifically called GALT tissue. It's like gut-associated lymphoid tissue, but what it essentially is immune health supporting tissue. And so this network within the body, when you have really good gut health, it helps influence your oral health as well through that like mucosal immune system, those shared systems. So healthy gut environment can then contribute to like overall immune function, fresh breath, a good microbial balance in the mouth as well. So this diet, in my opinion, is like kind of revolutionary.
Wow.
And it's going to be an excellent option for pet parents looking to kind of daily help and influence their pet's oral health and immune health as well.
Wow, that's going to be amazing, especially since the biggest complaint is always about dog breath,
I know.
More dog and cat kisses. More dog and cat kisses.
Isn't that always the way?
Yep.
So when you're doing these kind of formulas and you're the nutrition manager, are you working with like a team?
Yeah, so we have a incredible team at PetCurean. Yeah. So depending on what the recipe is, we might work with, so on the dental and immune health recipes specifically, we worked with a board certified vet nutritionist as well, just to make sure that we were getting the density and that sort of thing right with the dental recipe. The person that we worked with specifically had a ton of experience working in the dental world. So we wanted to seek their expertise as well. But for general recipes, we in-house, so we generally work with just our own team. We also sometimes work with our co-manufacturing partners, nutritionists as well, if they have anybody there that we can kind of collaborate with. So we have myself. We also have and her title just changed, so I might get it wrong, but it's Natalie Williams is our Director of Nutrition and Product Formulation, I believe, is her new title. So that's super exciting. And then we have our junior nutritionist as well, and her name is Jocelyn Lambie. So we all have master's degrees and continuing education when it comes to companion animal health and nutrition. We're all super, super passionate when it comes to dog and cat health and nutrition. We love to dig into the science and create those science-led and science-formulated recipes. So working in that kind of realm is one of our favorite things to do. It's so awesome to be able to create a recipe or a food from beginning to end, see it on a shelf, and then feed it to my own pets. Like there's nothing like that. So yeah, we have an excellent team.
So then when you get to that sort of testing stage, do you bring these formulas out to the staff and have people take it home and give it a try?
Yeah. So our head office staff is often treated to a little taste testing and things like that. Yeah. So when we can, we love to offer internal palatability testings and do things like that. So yeah, it's super fun. My pets love it.
Yeah, I bet they do. Now, the other thing that you have, which is interesting, is LID. Now, I know that means limited ingredient diets. So that's another strong point with PetCurean. Did you want to sort of explain a little bit about the LIDs and how they work?
So we have our limited ingredient recipes. They're called sensitivities recipes under our Go line. So Go Solutions Sensitivities Limited Ingredient Diets. In the pet food industry, the pet food world, limited ingredient isn't like a controlled term. So between different companies, different things. So for us, it means formulating a recipe with as few key ingredients as possible while still meeting the nutrient requirements of that dog or cat for the intended life stage. So to us, that is, one primary animal protein to minimize exposure to potential allergens or potential ingredients that could cause intolerances. Our cat recipes do also feature egg because cats just need a little bit more protein. So we want to make sure egg is also not really considered a super high risk kind of protein. So those recipes feature the same kind of base ingredients, the one primary animal protein. So it also makes them rotation friendly. By having reduced number of ingredients, we are able to limit potential exposures to, certain ingredients that pet parents know are going to cause concern for their pets. So often things like chicken or soy or corn can be associated with intolerances. So ingredient recipes are free from all those. So we have a really unique protein lineup when it comes to our LID recipes. The most novel, I think, is probably our black soldier fly larva recipes. So we those super hypoallergenic protein, super cool. For those averse to the insect recipes, we also have venison for dogs. We have salmon and duck for cats. We have a really great lineup when it comes to the sensitivities recipes, and we also have some accompanying extras. So we've got our benefit chews or our treats. We have a sensitivities recipe in that as well, and we also have a few wet recipes that go along with the sensitivities lineup.
Wow, that's unbelievable. How's it going with the fly recipes out in the field there, Ashley?
It's actually going well. So you'd be interested to know that black soldier fly larvae has a bit of a nutty flavor. Literally think about peanut butter and it actually makes that protein like super tasty. And what dog doesn't like peanut butter? Let's be real here. So it's super novel. It's super unique. It's honestly got a really great purpose for those dogs that have like a serious aversion to any other meat protein.
Are you finding they're still a little bit not sure about this?
Are you trying to say though that they're bugged out? Are you trying to say they're bugged out? They honestly love it. It performs. I think at the end of the day, that's what these dogs with these serious allergies are looking for is something that's going to perform. And the limited ingredient insect definitely performs.
And those who love it. Like dogs really, really enjoy it, and cats do too. Like it's a very tasty protein for them.
You probably both have answers, but what do you think really makes the company special and separate from other companies? We'll start with you, Ashley.
Yeah. So at the end of the day, it really is like the people behind the company. Like Teresa said, we really do love our colleagues. We really love collaborating with each other. We are also deep rooted in this like responsibility to feed our dogs and cats really premium. That's what unites all of us as like a company, as a team. We really just have this passion for pets.
Exactly that. And I think too, like as a nutritionist, we really are a nutrition company. We're nutrition led and we're nutrition forward, science led, science forward. And we really invest in that, in our people, in our formulations, we truly, truly want what is best for pets. And we know that, a healthy life and a healthy foundation starts nutrition. So being a nutrition company and getting to, live my passion every day, it's amazing. And to be able to work with people who are like-minded and just awesome. Like the people, the PetCurean heart, like it's just down to earth. There's no ego with anybody. Like we're all very, I would say welcoming and just it's just a really friendly, wonderful place, place to be. And I hope that comes across too when we meet people out and about.
One thing that you that I know, which has been very helpful, is you have available to share a lot of some really interesting articles, research, etc., that has been shared out. Ashley, you sent me the diabetes paper on cats. Very helpful. So you have this information, this research that you can share with people. Mm-hmm. That's different than a lot of, the other companies.
Yeah, we're very committed to sharing, education, and we want to be that place, that source for people to come for good education. It's really difficult. I think, today you can Google something and get 100 different answers, but to be able to go somewhere, to go to Ashley, to go, to our customer care team about my pet, like, can you give me, some help, some advice, and to be able to have that information readily available to share, I think is really, really special. Yeah, we are consistently and constantly writing more and more blogs and one-pagers and articles to share about all of these different types of topics that we see come up in the industry. So, hey, if you have any ideas, let us know. We'd be happy to write a couple more.
Yeah, and it's great because we're a lot of times what you've got available is peer reviewed, and so even better, to be able to share that kind of information.
Exactly. Yeah, really, really very key to us, I would say. Yeah.
Well, this has just been fantastic. If someone was looking for some direct help with regards to something, is there a way for pet parents to contact you? What would that be?
Yeah, going through our customer care team is probably, they have, they answer the phones, they have their hotline there. And I will find the number. I don't have it off the top of my head, but they have an email and a phone number, and they're also on the bags of food as well. Like our nutrition hotline is what it's called, or our customer care hotline. So readily available. They will get back to you, and they are fantastic. They also have, of course, our nutrition team as resources. If there's any questions that they want to collaborate with us on, we collaborate with them all the time. So they do lots of education there as well. So that's probably the best way to get a hold of us.
Yeah, that's a great tip for everybody, because believe me, that is one of the most valuable things, is when you can actually call the number that's on the bag or the box or whatever, and someone actually answers the phone and you say, I need to speak to someone about something. And this is one of the most valuable things. And when I can say to someone, you know what, someone will actually answer the phone, that is so helpful. And to be able to have access to this amazing information, yeah, that's fantastic. So that's good to know as well. Yeah, I think that's fantastic. Is there anything else either one of you would like to add about your fantastic company?
Just keep putting pets first. I mean, that's what we want to do. And that's what we do every single day. Put pets first, offer them amazing nutrition.
Yeah, that's, any questions you may have, engage on, all of those channels that we have. We always welcome, the questions, and we love to connect with anybody who's interested. So, looking forward to hopefully seeing some more questions.
Yeah, absolutely. And looking forward to seeing the dental and the immune health coming out on the shelves. That's going to be really interesting. And I like the fact that it's both cat and dog.
Absolutely. Can't forget our kitties.
Yeah, that's fantastic. All righty. Well, I'm going to say thank you for all of the information that you've given us, especially the contact information, and definitely for taking the time to chat with me today. To be honest with you, this is the first time we've done 2 people in the interview. Yeah, so you guys, yay, you were first ones for that. So I think it worked out great. I really appreciate
it. Double the fun.
You did great. Yes. Thank you so much for that. So I'm going to say goodbye for now, and appreciate your time and your expertise and all your enthusiasm. So thanks a lot, you two. We'll talk again soon at some point. Okay. Bye for now. I would like to thank Ashley and Teresa for taking the time to talk with me. As always, it's interesting to speak to people in the biz, as they have so much information and knowledge to impart. Remember the tip from Teresa that all PetCurean products have a customer phone number to call with any questions. Go, Now, Summit, and Gather are all part of the PetCurean family, and I'm sure their many options will fit for your pet. Thanks, ladies, for all the info, because as I say, knowing is caring. Thank you for listening to Val Talks Pets. Please remember to follow and subscribe to ensure that you never miss an episode. To really help the show and make it easier for others to find, please rate and review each episode that you find interesting and helpful. And don't forget that you can also email me at val@valtalkspet.com with any topics that you would like me to address, or with any questions you may have. Also, check out my website at valtalkspet.com for more information and cute pet pictures. Thanks for caring.